Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JK's Deal Reveal, hosted for the very first time ever by the Deal Butler, bringing to you deals on a silver platter. Let's get started.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Good evening and welcome to a very exciting episode of the JK Deal Reveal featuring the Deal Butler and the very first closed Deal Butler client, Jean-Francois, who is here with us today to reveal his deal. So very, very exciting. And I will invite you all to stick for the next 10, 15-ish minutes. And after that, because there's going to be two very, very sexy giveaways that I don't want you to miss. And that's going to be in just about 10, 15 minutes. So today we are going, and hi there, Shika, nice to see you there with Bazoo. Deal Butler revealing a deal in Ohio, the state of Ohio. We're in the US, as you know, in a suburb of Cleveland called Garfield Heights. And we're going to see if we've got a deal. We're going to look at it lightning fast. We're going to make sure the golden rules of real estate are in place. We're going to see if we get cash flow. We're going to see if we can get equity at purchase. And we're going to see if this is the right time and the right place to do real estate investing. So without further ado, let's get Jean-Francois up here. Let's make sure you've been promoted to panelist. And we're going to give you all the permissions. There we go. So if you want, you can open up your camera and your audio, and there he is. Welcome to the deal reveal.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good.
Pretty excited?
Yes, ready. We closed the deal on Tuesday, so it's quite good. It's my first deal in the US. So I'm quite excited to be, and I'm in Cleveland today to see the deal. So I've seen the house today.
Wonderful. So close the deal on Tuesday. It's Thursday now. You're in Cleveland. You checked it out. Did you technically have to come to check it out? Or this was a personal choice?
I didn't have to come. I just, since it was my first deal, I needed to come to open up my bank account and set up everything I need. But I could have done it fully remote without any problem.
Very, very cool. Excellent. And so you're here to share. You mind if I ask you a few questions so we can extract and inspire as well? Because I think your story is a pretty inspiring one. When did you decide you wanted to get started investing in the US? Let's start from the start of the story.
So I was thinking about it for a while, but not necessarily taking any action. So I decided that for 2024, that was the plan. I was about to invest in the US. So between Christmas and New Year, I decided to register to the All Access Pass with the JK team. Started to follow all the training. Was really inspiring by all the training. And then I think the first call I made, like with that is included with the pass, then Kyle, you were talking about the Deal Butler. So I told you I'm really interested. Let me know when you're ready, and I would like to jump in. And now over a month later, I have everything set up now. I have a deal. I didn't expect to go as fast as that. But yeah, I was able to use working with you and all the JK partners and all the JK team to be able to kind of build everything I need to do my first deal and then be able to do other deal after, right?
Not bad at all. So about a month ago, you said, hey, I'd like a deal. I'd like to work with you. And here we are, signed the papers, the owner of a first property. And let's talk about that first property, which was originally for sale for $80,000. That was the price point. And what was the final, I think I put it on the screen there, or the JK team put it on the screen. Does that sound about right? The final
32
purchase
something.
price for the property, $32,407.10. That's what we're buying the property for. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's yeah, it is exactly the price.
It doesn't sound right to me. It sounds crazy to me that you
Yeah,
could buy
it is, yes.
a 3 bedroom, Section 8, which is guaranteed rents paid by the US government in a well above $1,000 a month coming in. What are the renovations expected on this property?
So we'll be between 10 and 15K. If we're lucky, we'll be 10, but maybe maximum of 15K. We should be good to
Not
have a
bad.
3 bedroom. So
Pretty cool. That's really amazing. And so now you've been in Cleveland for a day now. What's your feel of Cleveland? People, yeah, I'm curious to know what your first impressions of Cleveland are and what parts you visited.
well, I visited the bank. I've visited the property. I've been, yeah, just like the last hour and a half, I've been kind of just walking around downtown Cleveland. So it's my first time in Cleveland.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite nice. I went, well, around just walking around like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and like seeing the stadium and all that. So that's quite cool. Yeah.
very
And
cool.
yeah, it's a nice city. I'm impressed. I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, it's a nice place.
Most people are pleasantly surprised when they do come in person if they do end up coming, absolutely. So tell us, I know you might not have too much to say about the deal, but tell us about, I guess, your experience of this deal, as much or as little as you have to say about it. What was it like to be buying your first property in the US like this?
So I think, and I mentioned it before, so it took, I think, not even 4 weeks to like from start to finish. I was expecting buying my first deal within, well, I was expecting by the spring. Like if I thought if I was lucky, maybe April, May, I will have been able to make a deal. But yeah, working with you, that happened quite faster than that. I think one of the things, so I've done the real estate deal in Canada before, so I'm used to be like in the middle of like making the deal, negotiation, and all that. Versus with the deal Butler, so I knew what was happening, so I was getting the update from Kyle, but well, I have to say, like you negotiated the deal like as if it was your own deal, right? Like you went to grab like every small amount here and there that you could get, even if on your side it didn't make a difference. So you did it as if it was exactly your deal, like, which is it's a great experience from that perspective. Like it's like I could have asked for better than that, right?
It was really fun because we obviously had communication throughout the deal. We sat down a couple times on Zoom and so forth. And Jean-François says it's weird because like it's negotiating, but I'm not negotiating, right? I was like, you feel like you should be doing more,
Yeah,
but
exactly. I was receiving the updates. Oh, well, we got more now, and I didn't do anything. So that was really weird. This is my first time. I'm not kind of middle of negotiation, but it's, well, I don't think I will have never been able to get that price if I was the one negotiating anyway. So.
so let's talk a little bit about like how do you bring a property down from 80,000 to 32? What are some of the pieces in there that made such a dramatic decrease, and what are the benefits, if you remember them all, of having such a low purchase price?
Um, Yeah, well, so I think if we look at it like right now, like, and I visited a property today, and we could say it's somebody that had a project, but kind of started doing some rehab, but not necessarily knowing what they were doing. So it kind of it's kind of iffy in terms of like yeah, it's not yeah, it's not well necessarily done. So like there's a lot, like when we say there's about 10 to 15 Ks in rehab, it's all small things. It's not necessarily like big problem on the property. There's a few problems to fix, but it's not the major perspective. So I think the first thing is we're talking about a 3 bedroom. At the moment, it is a 2 bedroom house. What we'll do is we'll be able to add a third bedroom within the house, which will kind of increase the price for the Section 8.
Yep.
Um, Other than that, there's a taxes that were not paid for a while, which is about 14,000, which kind of was rolled in the price. So reduce like the price, the initial deal was reduced by that amount, and then I will be able to make a deal with the city in terms of getting that over possibly 2 years, in terms of payment over 2 years. So that kind of decreased the price as well. Then there's also, there's also a problem. So the city, so I think it's been 2 times the seller, like 2 sellers ago, they didn't necessarily take the permit in terms of doing the reno, which put the city in a situation that they were not happy with the different owners, and they decided to put that property on the demolition list, I guess.
Mhm.
So we have 2 months to do the fix before they realize they do the demolition. So that's one of the, I will say one of the risks, but since we have a team, that shouldn't be a problem. But with this, we have an amount in escrow of 13,000 for the city. But with that, we were able to decrease the price by another 2,500, if I remember correctly.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Not bad at all. That's almost a 20% return just on that last little part of the negotiation. That's almost a 20% return in 3 months. Just that last little bit there. That's all right. So all those little pieces put together make it so that you don't have to come to the table with 80,000. Right. Right. So very, very cool. Wow. Well, congratulations, first of all. Action taker, right? I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing something. This Deal Butler idea sounds like something that would be fun. Jean-Francois, well, if you're looking for somebody, look no further. You got it. Action taker. And since then, there's already the wait list has started. I'm prospecting like crazy. It's so much fun. Like here on my screen, I don't know if you can see this little thing here. Here's just about 25 deals that I'm negotiating right now that are just there that I'm going to go check out on the weekend because Jean-Francois wants another one, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Excellent. What would be because I know you said you had about 10 max 15 minutes for us tonight, and thank you for taking the time as well. Much appreciated. What would be your biggest takeaway for your journey so far? For people listening who haven't yet said, I'm doing this, I'm jumping in, I'm taking the all you can learn pass, I'm jumping in with JK to get the property, the equity, and the cash flow they're looking for.
So, well, you were thinking about taking action. I think that's the main thing, right? Like when there's an opportunity, yeah, you better like jump on in, and it kind of bring you like yeah, just kind of taking the opportunity when it's there. So, and the other thing is when you're kind of leveraging, like when we're working with people that have experience and a team as well that help a lot. Doing all that alone, that will have not been as easy.
Amen to that. Amen to that. We got some golden nuggets. So you talk about after. So the Deal Butler helped you find the deal, negotiate the deal, close the deal, coordinate that closing, inspections, getting quotes, all that fun stuff. Confirming the ARV, the after repair value of the property. We didn't talk about this. So what is this property now into a 3-bedroom expected to be worth? What's the ARV on that?
So we'll be between 100 and 110K.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm hoping within the next 2 months, we should have a ARV of let's say 110K. Yep. And then the plan will be to refinance and cash out. Probably I should be able to get cash, like all the money I've put in, and probably a bit more that will probably pay for like the expenses to open up the entities and stuff like that.
Amen. And so that's the golden rule of discount, which is what you had selected being, the Deal Butler client. You either select, I'm more interested in cash flow or I'm more interested in buying at a discount. Jean-Francois wanting to recycle his money deal after deal, not, dwindle down that pot of gold too quickly. He wanted to buy at a discount. So the refinance is, almost ever flowing or ever flowing. So that's the golden rule that we selected. And that's what we did. But what about the cash flow? Does that mean there's no cash flow on this property?
No, there's a cash flow as well.
How much cash flow on this property once it's fixed up? Three bedroom voucher, Section 8. What is the cash flow if you remember?
So let's say without the refinancing, I think we'll talk about the cash flow. I think if I remember correctly, it's about 600. Yeah, I think 600 or maybe a bit less than that, but close to 600.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was closer to 700 because I have that's what I have, a 700 a year, right?
700, you said a year? No. 700 a month.
Oh, okay. All right. Because in Canada, like, what? You're cash flow positive? 700 a year? Wow. No, no, 700 a month US dollars, right? So now we're pretty close to $1,000 a month Canadian cash flow off one little rental property. Very small renovation, all things considered, 15,000. Yeah, so let's bring it up to the audience here. Deal or no deal on this one? Deal or no? Let's see the reactions. Let's see those comments. Do we have a deal? Our two golden rules are satisfied. We got smiles. We got thumbs up coming in. Congrats, Roy from Chakan Vasu. Deal. We got all the love coming your way. Congratulations, Jean-Francois. Very, very exciting. You're going to be staying in Cleveland until tomorrow. What are your any plans?
Um, yeah, I'm not too sure right now. Probably going to the. I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow,
Okay. Yes.
and we'll visit the town as well.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Well, again, congratulations. Thank you for taking the time. It was an honor serving you as the deal butler to many more. And yeah, and so have yourself a wonderful evening. Enjoy the experience of Cleveland. I know you won't be able to attend the bus tour in a couple of weeks, but there'll be more, and we look forward to seeing you and showcasing your finished product to the community as well.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that is the Deal Butler, episode 1, if you will, the tender beginnings. A butler is born, and I think we had some fun here. So, what are these opportunities? What is JK preparing, giving you? This epic bus tour, February 24th, 25th, is still available. We still have some spots, and if you're worried about accommodations, we even blocked off some of our short-term rentals in Cleveland. Some of the themed short-term rentals are part of the tour, and you can stay at them if that was a concern about where am I going to stay while I'm there. We got you covered. So if you're already part of the community, you can just send us an email, and we will give you the link. And the second giveaway, this is a big one, okay? And you may have not identified or thought of this opportunity up to this point. I've been talking about it for a couple of months now, but it's been huge, okay? Jean-Francois, he mentioned being part of the All You Can Learn, right? And he took action while it was in the early bird beta phase, which is fantastic. It was at a much, way, way, way discounted price. Soon, that price is going to go up to $4,444 to be part of the All You Can Learn. But it includes a couple of guarantees: 6 months to results, 5 one-on-one calls with one of JK's coaches, one-on-one coaching calls, and we will continue to support you until you get your first deal. All right. If you're interested, you can send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. But I mentioned that this is what's going to be soon. This is going to happen either next week or the week after. Until then, we are still honoring the early bird ambassador price of $999. And that's going to be until Friday, tomorrow, and then the price is going up, right? We have been at that early bird phase since 2023. We wrapped up the year. We were working on a new platform, remastering over 30 different programs, whether short-term rentals, doing your due diligence, getting financing, getting set up, all the steps to do before buying your first property. All of these programs have been remastered. We've been working like dogs for the last 6 months plus, spending basically $100,000 to make this process as smooth, accessible, and enjoyable for someone just getting in for the very first time, unlike us, where we did a lot of grunt work in our first years to find the best systems. We're just handing it to you on that silver platter. So if you're interested in taking action and taking JK up on the opportunity of the All You Can Learn Pass, $999. It's until Friday, and you can go right to the link at the bottom of the screen, jkrealestatepartners.ca/all-u-can-learn-pass, right? All You Can Learn Pass. And that's what we have for you this evening. I hope you enjoyed this deal because there was a lot of deals in this particular deal. Have a great evening, and we'll see you on the other side once you sign up to the All You Can Learn Pass. Take care. Have a great evening.